The Congress led United Democratic Front or the UDF has won a convincing victory in the Nilumbur bypoll in Kerala. When the results were announced in the morning today, the Congress candidate, Mr. Aryadan Shaukat, who is the son of former MLA Aryadan Mohammed, won by a margin of over 11,000 votes. There are a few takeaways or lessons from this election for political parties and political students. I will go into them one by one. I will give a summary initially. The most important aspect is this election was a judgment of the present LDF government of Kerala. Second, though the CPM has been able to divert the attention of public from issues related to governance in the recent years, they failed to do so in this election. The people judged the government on the basis of day-to-day problems they faced. And the social coalitions waved by the CPIM or the real politic played by the CPIM was seen through, and they were dismissed by the common man. The third aspect here is the CPIM has not been able to create a problem in the opposition UDF, or the opposition UDF faced the election unitedly. So, an intelligent political party should be able to divide its opposition, but the CPIM failed to do so in this election. That is the third aspect. The fourth aspect is here, if you look at the results or the votes won by different candidates, you would find that the BJP candidate scored around 8,600 plus votes. So they got less than 10,000 votes. This is not a very significant number of votes. So it proves that wherever the BJP gets less votes, the Congress wins. So Congress has been able to win because the BJP was not able to, capture votes from the sympathizers or supporters of Congress in Nilumbur. So these are some of the important takeaways from this election. Let's go into them one by one. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. Let me start from the issue of governance. In the last few years, Kerala has been facing many problems. For example, in this constituency is a macrocosm of the hilly constituencies or the constituencies in the hilly areas adjoining forests in Kerala. The problem in those areas are some related to man-animal conflict. Then there were issues related to certain laws that exist because farmers in this region are finding it difficult to, cultivate. The government is claiming ownership over their lands. This is one important problem. The third issue is natural calamities like landslides that happen almost regularly in Kerala during monsoon season. In Nilumbur also, there happened a few natural calamities in which scores of people were killed and property worth, several hundred crores was destroyed. So the government actually failed in all those areas. A large number of people are killed in the state every week because of man-animal conflict. The government has not been able to do anything worthwhile. What the state government does always is they blame the center. They say it was the Forest Act of 1972 which prevents the government from allowing or prevents the government from killing those wild animals that cause trouble to human beings. But as per the laws, the state government, the chief wildlife warden of the state, has got the power to, you know, issue license to kill those animals which are found to be harmful or uh, i- dangerous to human lives. But the government has not done that. So this the argument of Kerala government was just passing the buck. The people, it seems, have realized that. So they are not willing to buy the logic of the state government. That has been proved here. The second aspect is certain laws that exist, and only Kerala government has to be blamed for that. And the implementation of these laws by forest officials, the style of functioning of the forest department have all come in for criticisms in the state. But unfortunately, the government was sitting on all those complaints. They were not willing to take any solid action to solve the problem. So that was a grievance of the people, genuine grievance, and the government just ignored it. And now they got the, reply from the common man. Then, when it comes to natural calamities, Nilumbur, as I said, is a macrocosm of a typical, or it's a typical hilly area assembly constituency. And I forget the exact year. It was in this constituency. I think it was in 2020. There was a landslide at Kavalapara Hills in Nilumbur assembly constituency where scores of people were killed and property worth hundreds of crores were lost. The government promised to rehabilitate them, relocate them. All those rehabilitation, relocation activities have not taken place in the real sense. Again, the backwardness of the constituency was pointed out by many people. Nilumbur constituency, which has got a fair number of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, doesn't have a proper or a good government hospital. And the people from this constituency are forced to go to distant places for treatment. So these are all problems that affect the day-to-day life of the common man in the constituency. The government, what the left people used to do in Kerala is they will divert the attention. They will divert the attention. They will always speak about, dangers of BJP rising in North India or mob lynching in North India. Things like that. Whatever happens even in South Africa or Brazil will be discussed here. And thus, public attention used to get deflected. But this time, though it seemed that the left was in total control of the public discourse, the reality was different. The people could not be hoodwinked this time. They actually cast their vote on the basis of what they feel their day-to-day issues. Then another ploy of the left government is to divide Hindus in Kerala, or then sometimes they would incite communal feelings and gain mileage out of it. From 2000, they used to side with Muslim groups, even extremist groups, and used to get their votes. But during the last couple of years, they found the left have realized that it's not possible to, hoodwink the Muslim groups. And now all on a sudden they have started criticizing extremist groups among Muslims. For example, they went all out against Jamaat-e-Islami, forgetting the fact that they had befriended or they were seen with Jamaat-e-Islami on many venues earlier. And this time also the left got the support of PDP, which is a party that is alleged of having extremist views, and their leader Abdul Nasser Madani is in Bengaluru jail and he was convicted in a bomb blast case. So what I am saying is that this time the left tried to gain some Hindu votes, tried to create polarization. For example, the SNDP leader Vellapalli Nadesan was saying that there is a polarization in the constituency, and Hindus may vote for a Hindu candidate, and Muslims may vote for Muslim candidate. The hint was the CPIM candidate was a Hindu, Mr. Swaraj. He was from this constituency. But this time the CPIM was not able to create a division in the society and gain out of it. So that also didn't work. So such real politic, people have seen through all these strategies. They couldn't gain anything. Earlier, another strategy was to create division among Hindus as forward caste and backward caste. And recently they were supporting a rapper known as Vedan in Kerala. Then they were airing, certain inflammatory statements against upper caste in Kerala. Not directly, but their sympathizers on social media used to do that. But all those have not worked. The left has not been able to divide the society and gain any mileage out of that. So this time it was clear political election. The left has been humiliated. If you look at the votes gained by P.V. Anwar, who was earlier with the left and who broke away from the left, it was actually he who exposed the wrongdoings of the Pinarayi Vijayan government. He who exposed the governance. He who showed the chinks in the armor of Pinarayi. A dysfunctional government was exposed by their own MLA, and though he changed tack later, he trained his guns on Congress. The people were not convinced. Though Mr. Anwar gained around 20,000 votes, still the Congress won. And last but not the least, here BJP was not able to gain any significant number of votes. They just improved their previous year's tally. The number of votes the BJP candidate Mr. Mohan George got was around 8,660 or something. And I think that was one reason why the Congress won. So it is very clear that wherever BJP is weak, wherever BJP is not able to divide the opposition votes, the Congress has a fair chance of winning against the CPIM. So the CPIM used to win elections during the last few years in Kerala by dividing votes which were against them. So that helped them. But at Nilumbur, that didn't happen. So I think despite Anwar getting 20,000 votes, CPIM was defeated. It was because Anwar perhaps drew some votes from the kitty of the left also. So anyway, the signal is very ominous for Pinarayi Vijayan government. The bell is tolling for him. He is in peril. He is in danger. From now onwards, the Congress will recoup. They have regained their confidence. It's going to be very tough for Pinarayi Vijayan. He cannot simply win an election by certain gimmicks. This is the lesson. These are the lessons offered by Nilumbur Bypole. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.